Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we are going to be doing your April career and money tarot reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And this reading is good for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if the message here doesn't resonate with you, I really encourage you to take a look at your other signs to see if there's a message there for you. All right, so let's get into your reading. Let's see what you have coming up for the next 4 to 5 weeks. Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured, solitude and silence, peace prevails. Okay, I feel like there is something, a rebirth is that Phoenix Rising card, right? A transformation of going from whatever you're going through right now, any turmoil, into something that is so much better and brighter. But I feel like you may feel a little stuck, kind of like this bat hanging upside down like the hanged man, right? There's almost this energy of feeling, well, I can't see my way out of this, but one of the things is that the solitude card, it's not just about, quieting your mind and being by yourself. There is that part of it, but it's also about dropping back into your heart space, of not allowing your mind to try to figure this out, whatever situation this is. I feel like you're kind of trying to figure it out logically, perhaps, instead of stepping back into your intuition, stepping back into your heart space, and allowing your heart to kind of lead your way forward. Okay, so when we do step into our heart, okay, allowing our energy to fall into our heart space instead of up in our head, it helps to put your hands on your heart. You can close your eyes, or you can listen to some soft music or something, and then really try to focus your energy in your heart space. I feel like when you do that, just asking yourself then, right, what is the next step? And listening to your heart, not to your head, right? Listening to your heart, just what is the next step? And then, listening for what you feel. Your intuition, okay, is usually pretty quick. It doesn't have a long explanation where your mind can go spiraling, giving long monologues. Your intuition just says, have a conversation with your boss, call that client and explain your situation. Whatever it is, it's kind of like short, to the point, and it's usually just kind of like a whisper. It's not, like the mind, where the mind can sometimes, when your mind is playing with you, and I'm only bringing this up because I feel like that's part of the problem. Your mind is trying to figure it out, but it's also in that defensive mode. Your ego goes on the defense, right? Wants to show how other people are, wrong or something like that. You can get kind of caught in that spiral. But there is a beautiful rebirth here, a transformation, either in this relationship, so, a career or money sector relationship. So that could be a coworker, a boss, it could be a client, it could be even, I don't know why they're saying social media. So even if you've had some difficulty on social media or something, or come up against some resistance, okay, in like your social media atmosphere, it's kind of like that can be overcome when you allow your heart to lead you for further. So see, you have fear on the bottom. So fear is your ego talking, telling you why you can't do it. Like, I feel like your heart really wants you to go in one way, but your fear is blocking. But look at this, right underneath that, you have happy success. Your fear is blocking the success in the situation, is blocking the rebirth, because it's trying to keep you safe. So one thing I do sometimes when I get into that high anxiety, I just say to my ego, thank you for trying to keep me safe. Okay, but this is the direction I'm going in, and just say it flat out, like, this is the direction I'm going in. I don't say, I'm sorry, I'm not listening to you. I just say, this is the direction I'm going in. Knowing that your spirit guides and angels are helping you on the path, and to take their guidance instead of listening to the ego, and then show the world the real you. Yeah, I feel like for some reason there's a little bit of an energy here, Leo, where you may have taken the advice of somebody else, or taken a suggestion from somebody else, or even from your ego. It's kind of fragmented your energy a little bit. Or you could have been asking several people, with the Seven of Cups, several people about their advice about this situation, but it's kind of fragmented you. You've been listening to the outside world instead of going within and listening to your own heart about the best direction for you in this situation. Yeah, you have the Hierophant, and then you have the Page of Cups, and you have the Empress. My goodness, what beautiful energy, right? It's when you allow yourself to listen to your own heart, when you follow your heart in this situation, right? You become the wise one. You're stepping into being the wise creature that you already are, okay? Because you're listening, you're going within. This is the Hermit energy, and then the Hierophant, listening to your inner guidance to help you find the way forward. And the Empress energy is once again that Phoenix rising energy of rebirth, okay? She is pregnant there, but it's all about, loving yourself, loving your projects, nurturing the people, the situations in your life that are important to you. It's also about birthing new ideas, birthing new businesses, birthing new connections in the world. And so I really love that energy. I think it's really just kind of helping you to step back into having the confidence that you need in order to listen to yourself. I think it's kind of interesting. I've been having some work done in my house that needed to be done, but I kind of fell into that. I'm going to share that. I just kind of fell into that. I started asking, my friends and my daughter, like I was having to make a lot of decisions in a short amount of time. And I was getting very scattered, right? I was kind of like, well, I don't know. And I was getting flustered with myself because it was just kind of like, okay, these aren't huge decisions. And yet at the same time, I was, wanting everybody's opinion about little things. And one of my friends just said, calm down. I was really like, calm down. You're going to be okay. This isn't that big. This isn't life-changing stuff here. And I'm only bringing that up because what I was dealing with was not life-changing, right? It really wasn't. But I think the energies that we have right now, coming out of that Pluto and Capricorn, going into the Pluto in Aquarius energies, are just really kind of almost putting us in this tizzy. There are no longer like rules and regulations that maybe we have to follow. We're making those. We're getting to decide what it is that we truly want. But that's also, as freeing as that is, that's also a little bit overwhelming, right? Because I could choose. I mean, the contractor was like, you want this, this, or this. And I was like, I don't know. And it was, we're talking about a piece of molding or something, I was like, it really isn't that big of a deal. And I feel like what you're dealing with could be much bigger of a deal. Okay. But it is also that same thing about, when my friend said to me, you got this, which one do you like? It doesn't matter what we all say. Which one do you like? And when I stopped and thought about it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's the one I want, and I was really grateful for her because she was just really calm about it. She was just like, calm down. Which one do you want? It doesn't matter what we all want. And I think that that's the situation here. It's kind of like listening to your own guidance within you. So let's take a look at your present energy. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, Leo, this card has come out for almost every single reading in one way or another. Understanding that your commitment to yourself, to what it is that you're trying to bring into this world, whatever this success is, okay? A business you're trying to start, a project you're trying to launch, an investment that you're trying to make, a big purchase, buying a new home, a new car, trying to pay for a vacation that you have really been wanting. something here, okay? Your commitment is being tested. And the reason is because I feel like the universe, the divine, is trying to help us to reconnect to our own intuition, our own guidance, okay, system, and helping you at this time to kind of like understand that the way forward is really easy when you connect to your intuition, when you listen to your heart instead of allowing your energy to be fragmented and allowing all these different people kind of chime in to, what kind of molding you want. And it is also about taking action on it in a heartful, joyful way. It really is coming back to the molding for me. I mean, and it was this little piece of molding. It was just really kind of silly that I was getting in such a tizzy about it. I mean, I thought about it later and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But it's kind of like, wow, okay, no, wait a minute. I get to choose. When my friend said to me, you get to choose. It's not, nothing here is set in stone for the rest of your life or whatever. It's a little piece of molding. You get to choose. Choose with a joyful heart. Which piece calls to your heart? Which piece brings you joy? In this decision, it's kind of listening to your heart. What decision, which action, which words would you like to use that bring joy to your heart? That is where the rebirth is. When you understand, I'm choosing from my heart. I'm listening to my heart. I'm listening with a joyful heart. I'm not looking at, for me, I was critiquing the different pieces of molding, what I didn't like about them. And then when my friend said, which one do you like? I was like, well, and then I looked at him, which one was calling to my heart, right? Which one brought me the most joy? It was a super easy decision. And I feel like it's something like that. Once again, I think your decision's a little bit bigger than a piece of molding. I'm just trying to give you an idea. Okay, so let's see what your obstacle is here. Confidence is your key to success. Yeah, it was just like me. I didn't have any confidence in being able to pick out a silly piece of molding by myself. I had to call 3 other people to try to come over and help me, just really kind of, seeing optimistically, taking a look, just like me with the molding. Taking a look, not at what I didn't like about each piece of molding, but what I did like about each piece of molding. Once I stepped into that energy and just said, which one is calling to my heart? Which one is bringing me the most joy when I look at it? Not comparing them, but looking at each option that you have and just sitting with your heart space and saying, okay, how do I feel about that option? What does that option feel like to me as I move down the road? When I did that with the molding, it was kind of like, yeah, that's the one I want. It was so super easy. So I feel like that's what is occurring to you is to perhaps, we get really caught up in making pros and cons lists. And I'm not saying that there's not any benefit to that, correct? But I feel like whatever situation you're in, it's not about comparing the different options that you have, but sitting solitarily with each option and putting your hand on your heart and just saying, okay, how do I feel about this option? How do I feel a month from now with this option or 3 months from this option? It's kind of like, how does that option, just sitting with each option individually and asking yourself, how do I feel about this option? And then seeing, okay, am I getting a ping? Am I getting a little bit of joy in my heart when I think about that option? Are the corners of my mouth starting to turn up when I think about that option? Do the hairs on the back of my neck start to prinkle a little bit, right? It's kind of like getting in tune with your body when you're thinking about that option, putting yourself in that position, okay? Using your imagination, putting yourself in that position, then asking yourself, okay, how do I feel? And when you're there, you will have the answer that you are seeking. Because what do we have here? A personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, I feel like you really do. When you're willing to put the fear away, show up as your true authentic self, Leo, right? When you're choosing what it is that you want, you're choosing the piece of molding that you want, right? Then it's kind of like you can move. Look at this. Literally, some of you might be moving, right? Or might want to be traveling or making a big change in your life, but you're doing it with love, right? With the Knight of Cups, you're doing it because it's something that you love, something that you want. And that is what the rebirth is all about. That you're moving into an energy of making a choice based on what your heart truly desires instead of the confusion, okay, or the fragmented energy that you may be experiencing at this time because you're trying to make some other people happy, or you're so caught up in trying not to make the wrong decision. Yeah, look at this. You have the Lovers making a choice from the heart. This is the old choice card in the old tarot. Making a choice from your heart brings you the inspiration and the passion that you need in order to make this big change and to have this transformation. Remember, in order to have a transformation, you have to tear something down in order to build something new. And I feel like you're wanting to do that. It is truly, look at this. You have the Knight of Wands and the Justice. We're moving forward very quickly to bring this balance into your life. I feel like for some of you, you may be also clearing out, some old karma. You could have, some regrets or some guilt left over from something that from previously in your life or in a previous life, right? That is kind of preventing you from stepping into this energy of saying, you know what, this isn't working for me. Whatever it is, this isn't working for me. I'm stepping into my heart space. I'm making a decision. I'm no longer allowing the fear of being rejected or abandoned or not loved or failure or the fear of success or whatever it is. I'm no longer allowing that to stop me. Because when you listen to your heart, you will always be drawn in the right way. And I love that energy. I mean, you are willing to take something down, whatever that is. Whether, that's okay, I'm changing my career, or okay, I'm moving, I've always wanted to live in France. So that's it. I'm moving. I'm packing my bags. I'm getting a job in France. I'm moving there. Whatever it is, it's kind of like, okay, I'm willing to make this change because I want something new for myself in my life. And I don't think you're throwing other people under the bus or anything like that. There's none of that. It's just kind of like, yeah, this is something I'm meant to do. This is something my heart is calling me to do. And I'm going to see it through. I really love this. All right, let's pull a creativity oracle card for you for some final advice, Leo. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, this one popped out and was up, face up. So, innovation, have fun. Look at this, right? Have fun, experiment, have fun and experiment, inventing something that surprises and has never existed before. Yeah, I feel like, there is this energy of knowing that whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Okay, I feel like for some of you, especially if it's a business or a product or a book or a song or something like that, there is this sense that you're trying to think about the customer, okay, or your client. You're trying to get into their head and present something that they will like. But here's the thing, is that you have some wonderful new idea. That you had the Empress energy here. You have some beautiful new idea. The baby there, right? You have a beautiful new idea of an invention, a product, a business, whatever this is. It's kind of like your idea is special. It's just like every single baby, right, is unique and special in their own way. And I feel like you're trying to almost dress your idea up so that it fits in with the other ideas that are out there. You could be, I don't want to say you're copycatting because you're not copycatting, but it's kind of like you're using other products or businesses as models, okay? But here's the thing, you're not showing the world the real you, okay? Or the real idea, okay? It's about getting really joyful, knowing that what you have, this idea or this invention, this product, it's special, it's unique. It's time to allow it to shine, to be what it is, to take a lot of joy in allowing it to be the true authentic thing, not worrying so much about the client or the customer who is going to buy it, producing what it is that you want to produce and doing it with joy and love and light in your heart. And then those people that are meant to experience what it is that you are creating will find you. Okay? So if you build it, they will come. It's that type of energy. Really beautiful energy, Leo. Wow. I'd love to hear how this might resonate for you in the comments below. But yeah, really beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.